Hello everyone, this is Professor Daniel Davis. This Christmas season, I would like to take a moment to thank all members of the community.
Next, I would like to invite a truly understanding member of our team, a talented, intelligent, passionate level 8 manager, Nikki. She will share a practical insight on how to solve everyday challenges, making investment and teamwork smoother and more efficient. God bless you, Nikki. God bless you. Thank you for what you were saying. Really appreciate, and I really appreciate your level that you're in right now, for what you're giving us, for what you achieve, and for how you are in right now.
PO Wealth Sharing Group presents itself as an investment platform, claiming to help users grow their money through copy trading and U.S. stock market investments. But investigators say there are several warning signs investors should not ignore.
A man who contacted my dear friend Danny DeHeck said he had invested $500 into PO Wealth Sharing and VantaPeak. He described himself as a simple man who believed he may have found himself in what looked like a Ponzi scheme. He said everything he saw about PO Wealth Sharing reminded him of BG Wealth Sharing and pig butchering style schemes. The professor figure, the recruitment focus, the unregulated trading platform, fake links, and friends and family being pulled in. He later named and identified the man who introduced him, while making it clear these were dear friends and that he did not want anyone hurt. That is a very common and very human reaction. Most people do not want to believe their friends could have brought them into something dangerous, but this is exactly how these schemes spread. The sponsor may not fully understand what they are promoting, but the effect is the same. Trust is transferred from the relationship to the scam. That victim also did his own digging. He checked the PO Wealth Sharing website, the claimed establishment date, the YouTube channels, VantaPeak's registration claims, the address, the links, and the platform's trading visuals. He found inconsistencies everywhere. That is what real due diligence looks like. Not blind trust, not listening to a professor on Zoom, not copying trades because a chat group tells you to. Actual checking. Tonight, we're talking about PO Wealth Sharing, a platform that looks polished, professional, and trustworthy on the surface, but underneath, it appears to be a mirror of a collapsed crypto Ponzi scheme called BG Wealth Sharing, one which I have covered in the past. I'm going to walk you through my own due diligence on PO Wealth Sharing, show you how closely it tracks the BG Wealth Sharing scam, and explain why this entire ecosystem, PO Wealth Sharing, VantaPeak, and the professor figure looks like a recycled fraud machine with new branding. We're going to look at what they say, what the evidence shows, and what regulators have already uncovered in the original BG Wealth Sharing case. This is our investigation into PO Wealth Sharing Group. Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing tonight? I hope that you're all doing very, very, very well, and that you are ready to learn all about PO Wealth Sharing, which reminds me a lot of BG Wealth Sharing, which is a scam that we help take down. So I think we should just get right into it. Hello, Jelly Snack. I'm glad you could make it. Hello, Nev, another AI professor. Yes, this one has an AI professor just like BG Wealth Sharing. Joe says, just finished dinner. I hope dinner was good, Joe. I hope everything is good. So without further ado, I want to take you through the investigation process that I have gone through in order to do my due diligence and talk about how this is a scam, very, very similar to BG Wealth Sharing. So the first thing that I do when I look into a scam, I'm glad Debbie liked it. I hope you did too, though. The first thing I do when I look into a scam is I look for their government registration. So here you can see that they are registered in Colorado, of course, as PO Wealth Sharing Inc. And they have an address here listed in Broomfield, Colorado. And if you go down, they have an entity ID. You can see this is them. They're in good standing. And this was formed on November 23rd, 2025. Now, they claim that they began as a company, however, in 2018, and I'll show you that. So we're already off to an awful start. Here we have Quicker Business Solutions, Inc., with another address, which is in Denver, Colorado. And they have a whole bunch of other information here, like the location and yada, 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 yada. But first, let me show to you the first address. So this is the address of 2205 West. As you can see, this is where they claim to be located. And unfortunately, when you look this address up, you will see that, yes, Joe, it is a UPS. The company is alive. That's right. Hello, Anil. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. So their address is just like a P.O. box, which is always sus. It's always sus when we cannot find an actual office. Not only that, but I looked up their registration, the person that registered them, because, you know, if you look at this information here, as I stated, this is the business information. And then as you can see, they have registered agent information. And it's under this Quicker Business Solutions, Inc. in Denver, right? And well, when you look up that address, you're actually met with this as well. So, you know, it's not exactly looking great. And they have a whole bunch of different businesses that are registered to them. So, like, there is no real person behind this entity, even though, as I'll show you, they claim that the person behind it is this professor that you will get to know by the end of my live stream here. But he is not attached to the company except for on the company's website. So, let's get into our PO Wealth Sharing investigation. Dun, dun, dun. So as you can see on their website, they claim that they were established in 2018. Established in 2018, built for disciplined market execution. Founded in 2018 by Daniel Davis. PO Wealth Sharing Group is an AI-driven investment firm specializing in systematic trading strategies across U.S. equity markets. Through advanced data analysis and disciplined execution, the firm generates high-quality trading signals within a structured, repeatable framework that clients can follow through a clear investment process. By prioritizing risk control consistency, and transparency, the group focuses on capturing incremental market opportunities while maintaining precision and operations efficiently. This streamlined model avoids unnecessary complexity and instead emphasizes disciplined execution and long-term value creation. Backed by a team of over 200 experienced analysis and financial professionals, PO Wealth Sharing Group is committed to delivering reliable insights and building a sustainable foundation for client growth. Oh my. Check out that webinar sometime. They just compared their MLM to MLK and Rosa Parks. Oh my. Hey, Salame. So this is on their website. Their branding and language is something that I would want to talk about, okay? So they talk about transparency, secure investing, US stock trading, copy trading, and AI-driven decisions. The tone is corporate, polished, and full of buzzwords about discipline, trust, and long-term growth. Okay? So first, I just want to give you a wonderful scroll of their website.
They flash that smile, sell that dream. Same old suit, brand new scheme. Cash in the front, doubt in the back. Big talk smooth, but the math don't stack. Paper shuffle, can't stay quick. Everybody gets the same old trick. You say join up, I say hold tight. If it needs pressure, it ain't right. Too many names, too many fees. Same old promise, same disease. They weigh the charts, they tap the board, but your wallet knows what they feeding for. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. Shiny on the front, rotten underneath. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. If it sounds too clean, it's built to bleed. New professor, same old slide. Fresh, clean wording, empty pride. They keep the lights on, keep you so while the real deal moves you gold. Talk of growth in a tidy line, but the exit door's very fine. If a dream needs recruiting heat, that's a trap with a polished seat. Too many names, too many fees. Same old promise, same disease. They weigh the charts, they tap the board, but your wallet knows what they're feeding for. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. Shiny on the front, rotten underneath. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. If it sounds too clean, it's built to bleed. Yeah, follow the money, not the grin. See who wins when the checks roll in. If it leans on pressure, fear and chase, best believe that's a dangerous place. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. Shiny on the front, rotten underneath. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. If it sounds too clean, it's built to bleed.
So yeah, there's that. They have a lot of motivational content. So their Facebook and YouTube channels push daily motivational posts, consistency, integrity, leadership, community. It's designed to feel safe and familiar, like a legitimate financial education brand, right? So, let me show you their amazing YouTube channel, as you can see here. PO Wealth Sharing Group. When you click on this, it gives you the information. They joined the 10th of November, 2025. And they got quite a lot of videos on here. They do shorts. And they even do community tab posts. I mean, they haven't in about 6 months. But back in the day here, 6 months and before, they were doing a lot of community tab posts. They were talking about all of their Zoom meetings, letting us know what was being said during their Zoom meetings, talking about the market trends and how you'd make money with them, showing off people's payouts, the usual MLM post stuff. There's some posts about Professor Daniel Davis, as you'll see here. Just wonderful, good old Zoom meetings. They had a New Year event, of course. You can join here. They have merch. 7 months ago, they were posting up their merch. Very, very pretty. But there isn't much from before that, because they've only been around on this platform for, since November. So they were doing a lot of instructions for how to use the platform. They had a lot of rules, like their PO investment group code of conduct. Confidentiality, sharing or forwarding trade orders with others is strictly prohibited. Prohibited content, sending suspicious links, advertisements, or illegal images is not allowed. I hope not, Respectful communication. Always maintain friendly and respectful discussions. Arguments and abusive language are strictly forbidden. No direct messaging. To protect all members' personal information and financial security, private messaging any member within the group is prohibited. And that's kind of weird, because how are you supposed to have a team and be in an MLM, if you can't even privately message each other? It's a little bizarre. Negative comments, spreading malicious rumors or negative opinions is banned. Your negative opinions are banned. It's a little culty. Sensitive topics, discussions related to politics, race, pornography, violence, etc. are forbidden. Malicious arbitrage, strictly prohibited. No member is allowed to engage in malicious arbitrage by registering multiple accounts. So at least they have that rule, I guess. Once discovered, all illegal accounts linked to that individual will be immediately banned, and their collaboration with the group will be revoked. This ensures fairness on the platform and the healthy growth of our team. So, at least they're not like on passive and other schemes we've covered where you can apparently sign up in 50 different accounts. So that is their YouTube platform. And on their website, they introduce us to Daniel Davis. But hold on a second here. I think before we get to know Daniel Davis, we should take a look at PO Wealth Sharing and their very first YouTube video from November of 2025.
Welcome back to PO Group Wealth Sharing, your go-to spot for smart money, moves that build real freedom. How to fire up passive income with copy trading. Yeah, you heard that right, no staring at charts all day. Just set it and forget it for long-term wealth. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. We drop tips like this every week to grow your bank without the grind. First off, what's copy trading? It is simple. You link your account to a pro trader, S moves on a platform. They buy, you buy. They sell, you sell. Boom. You're riding their expertise without lifting a finger. It's like having a Wall Street wizard on speed dial. Perfect, now the magic passive income. Turn a side hustle into full-on freedom, funding trips or early retirement. It's not overnight riches, but stack it with smart habits, and you're building wealth. Sign up, verify your ID. Step 2, follow the professor. Step 3, hit copy. and educate yourself with the weekend activities. Get paid. Copy trading for the win. Thanks for tuning in. PO Group fam, let's build that legacy together.
Yeah, PO Group fam, build the legacy together. Awesome sauce. Just wonderful. Wonderful AI slop, as per usual. Of course. So, introducing Daniel Davis. And this is according to their website, of course. This is right from their website. Daniel Davis, who was born in 1986, just like me, making him 40 now, is a finance professional with a background in investment strategy, market analysis, and systematic trading. He holds academic qualifications in finance, economics, and mathematics with a focus on financial markets, corporate finance, and quantitative analysis. Does that sound familiar? Yes, everything is very generated for sure. Sounds just like the bio that they gave for Stephen Beard, huh? He has experience working within financial market environments with exposure to trading systems, investment processes, and global market operations. His work has focused on U.S. equity markets with an emphasis on data-driven trading strategies, risk management, don't know about that, and systematic investment approaches. Daniel specializes in integrating traditional technical analysis with AI-assisted market insights to support structured trading decisions. How many buzzwords can you fit in a sentence? His work includes analysis of major U.S. market indicators such as the NASDAQ and S&P 500, with a focus on identifying repeatable market patterns within a controlled risk framework. He is also experienced in designing and overseeing systematic trading strategies. It's just repeating itself at this point. With an emphasis on consistency, execution discipline, whatever that is, and portfolio risk control. Yes. They introduce a central authority figure, the professor, who supposedly guides trading decisions, runs private groups, and appears in Zoom meetings. This is almost identical to the mysterious leader pattern used in BG Wealth sharing. And so I have a couple short clips of Professor Daniel Davis that I want to play. And I want to show you as well that he's listed everywhere as the company contact. So it's only connected to him, Professor Beard is back. Isn't the background in this picture on the left with the trophies, doesn't that remind you of Professor Stephen Beard? And not only that, but wait until you see the documents that they show. So I have a video of him for Christmas. Let's do Christmas in July, everyone.
Hello everyone, this is Professor Daniel Davis. This Christmas season, I would like to take a moment to thank all members of the PO community. Thank you for your trust, support, as we continue to grow and achieve a rapid growth in East Asia and North America. I am very proud of what we are building together. I wish you and your family a wonderful Christmas, good health, and peaceful New Year. I look forward to continuing with this work with you, and Merry Christmas for all of us at PO. Thank you.
So, do what you want with this. I feel like he reminds me a lot of Professor Stephen Beard with the way that he moves and speaks. But maybe it's just me. Nev says he's the Timu knockoff. Stefan Mustache. A Hallmark Channel video, that's right. Now, I have a 5-minute clip that I would like to play for you next of this guy. He introduces somebody else as well that is in this scheme that has allegedly moved up quite a lot in levels because it is an MLM. I'll show you everything to do with it. Don't you worry. This is a deep dive, a live dive. And so I think it's a really good video, not just because it shows you this Mr. Daniel Davis, but it also shows you somebody else in the scheme so that you kind of get a feel for the other people that promote this as well. Since I don't really plan on covering them today anyway, right now I am just focusing on Daniel Davis and the actual scheme itself and why I believe it to be a complete and utter scam, just like BG wealth sharing. So here we go.
Next,
More recent.
I would like to invite a truly understanding member of our team, a talented, intelligent, and passionate level 8 manager, Nikki. She will share a practical insight on how to solve everyday challenges, making investment and teamwork smoother and more efficient. Now, let's take out your phones and start, because every detail might impact your future income. Let's give a warm round of applause to welcome Nikki. Wow.
Thank you, Professor. Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well.
I'm good, Nikki. Thank you. How are you? I'm sorry. She talks like that the whole time. I can't change the way she talks. I apologize in advance. This is why I do an annoying Hunbot voice when I'm pretending to be a Hun.
So, my name is Nikki, and I am a Filipino American. First of all, I want to thank PO team and especially Professor for giving me the opportunity to share my story with you guys. Okay, so I remember the day I joined PO on January 26, 2022, the day after my birthday. At that time, I didn't have any big expectations. In fact, I joined almost by accident. My team was just one person, and that's only me. So I never imagined that an extraordinary decision would completely change the direction of my. I only came to the US in 2021. When I first came, I didn't know anyone here. And I just had a few connections. I found a job working in Miami as a restaurant server, and I'm earning about $800 per week. At that time, my goal wasn't a success. It was just figuring out how to stabilize my life in the US. But after joining PO, things slowly began to change. So I started attending PO meetings. Eventually, I began to really understand the structure and I saw the opportunity. You know, I was never a great student, but I was willing to listen, follow the system, and take action.
It's always about following this system, copy and paste trading, which we've already talked about extensively on my channel about how that's not a thing. Large returns like 2 to 3% per day. And then whenever they do these Zoom meetings and the professors introduce someone, it's like they come on and then they just talk about how great the program is and how simple it was and how wonderful it's been for them. It's very, very much like a commercial cult. Oftentimes, they even praise the professor for helping them, even if they've like never talked to him before this meeting. It's nuts. But you know, he's the CEO, so gotta say thank you. 2 to 3 a day, give me a break. Exactly. The numbers don't math.
So from one person, my team grew to 3 people, and then 10 people, then 100 people.
Recruit, 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 all about recruiting, but it's supposed to be an investment platform. But it's all about recruiting. That's why they should be illegal.
And today, my team has grown more than 3,000 members. Can you imagine that? So that's why I'm so grateful to every single partner who joined me on the way. And I want to thank my entire team.
Because they give me money. Okay, sorry.
Their hard work made us successful, and their trust inspired us to move forward together.
Up the pyramid!
But most of all, I want to thank Professor Davis. It
There it
was
is.
the professor who taught me the platform, and he gave me the chance to change my destiny. And to be honest, I'm sorry. To be honest, someone told me 4 years ago, one day you'll lead a team of 1,000 people, earn 3,500 per week. I mean, $3,500 per week. And moreover, $30,000 per month. I would have laughed and said they were crazy. But
You should have said no, laughed at them, and walked away, chick. Look, now you're in a Queen of Karma deep dive. Got to start rethinking your life choices here, Nikki.
this is my real life. So from a simple waitress to building my own team and career, PO has transformed every aspect of my life. And, none of this happened because I'm special. It happened because I was on the right platform with the right people, with the right things at the right time.
Yeah, now I don't know Nikki. I haven't deep dove her yet. But oftentimes people that join schemes like this one come from other schemes where they've already built a team. And then when they show up to the new scheme with a team that they've already built, it looks like they've gotten instant success and signed up a crazy amount of people in a very short period of time. When in reality, they already built their team somewhere else or for several years before that, in some cases, in several different schemes, depending on how much someone hops from one to another. People hop from MLM to MLM all the time. And so it's manipulative because they never tell that part. And based on the numbers that she's giving here, my thoughts is she came with a community already. And then they all sign up under her. And then after that, it's not hard, when you come with a team to grow that team. They try to make it sound like anyone could then sign up. Like I could sign up tomorrow and have the same success. And that's just not true. And that's the manipulative marketing of this MLM system. That's how it usually is in these schemes. And I just want to make it known that I bet you we'll dig into Nikki here. And then she'll have a history of being in a whole bunch of things before this one. That's how it goes, right? That's what Megan Lynch has been doing. That's what Larry Lane does. That's what we call them out for. And so just as some examples of people that have done that, even Ash Mufareh technically did that. So, it's frustrating to watch happen over and over again and then see people continuously falling for it.
What I want to tell everyone here today is it doesn't matter if you just join or you just been here for a while. If you're willing to learn, you'll take action and stay positive because PO can really change your life. So my personal journey proves one thing. Ordinary people with the right opportunity can build our extraordinary life.
I think she's reading a script too for this. It looks like she is.
I look forward to the journey ahead and realizing our dreams together. Finally, thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, finally, thank you to the PO team, to the professor, and to everyone who believed in me in the beginning. Thank you, and God bless you all.
God bless.
Yeah, gotta bring God into it. Faith manipulation every time.
Bless you, Nikki. God bless you. Thank you for what you were saying. Really appreciate, and I really appreciate your level that you're in right now, for what you're giving us, for what you achieve, and for how you are in right now.
So yeah, that is our dear Professor Daniel Davis. So as you can see, they do have an MLM business model. Nikki was talking about recruiting and building her team. That's because they're doing this thing. So when a partner successfully helps 5 directly referred members build their own teams of 5, and each new member deposits a minimum of $300 US, the partner earns a permanent weekly salary. This ensures a stable recurring income and rewards consistent team expansion. So as you can see, they got a beautiful little MLM chart here. You know, got to show off the pyramid. God bless. That's right. God bless the pyramid. So as you can see, you got the partner, and then they have A1 to 5. And then there's B1 to 5 under each one of those people. And so see how it's 3 levels, and then it's an MLM, because partner is actually level 1. Just saying. So now let's get into their claims about their history and scale. PO Wealth Sharing claims it was established in 2018 and has served over 200,000 investors across 22 countries, according to a press release that they did. But when you check the digital footprint, the earliest Facebook post is February 2026, and the polished content appears only shortly before that. A 3x10 forced matrix. You'd expect a massive online trail for a company with that kind of reach. Instead, you get a sudden, recent branding push. As you can see here, all right, it says since its establishment in 2018. And then it also says to date, PO Wealth Sharing has served more than 200,000 investors across 22 countries. But it only seems to exist to them. I also want to point out that the article, this press release article, hold on, I'll see if I can find it. Because it was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny article. I wonder if Danny has it. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. 1 second. I found it. So this is the article here. It was published February 13th, 2026. And it's basically an article talking about how amazing they are. Okay? You got to click on Story Continues. It's posted on Yahoo Finance. And there's the company contact right there, Mr. Daniel Davis. And then there's this disclaimer that they give us down here. And what's funny about the disclaimer is that it says that the content is provided by PO Wealth Sharing Group. So they basically wrote an article about themselves to publish to say how great they were. And that was a press release that they used to legitimize themselves. Just makes me giggle. It's like, you can't be your source. I get frustrated sometimes because if you go to research like a couple of the cults and scams I've covered, I end up being the source. And I'm like, no, I'm looking for new information, not information I already put out there. So I just find that very, very funny. And it even says right in this article, readers are strongly encouraged to conduct their own due diligence and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Neither the media platform nor the publisher shall be held responsible for any inaccuracies, misrepresentation, or financial losses resulting from the use or reliance on the information in this press release. And I'm kind of like, I don't like that. I think that they should be held accountable if they're going to be okay with promoting something without looking into it. But maybe that's just me. PR Newswire, they used to be linked on the Drudge Report. Interesting. So that was basically the only information other than their website and YouTube channel and Facebook that were popping up about them, was this press release here. And then there was a Facebook that I found that actually dates all the way back to August 18th, 2023. Now, that's still not 2018, and I also cannot tell if it was called something else before this. So I don't know, but as you can see, this one has 47,000 followers. So I believe it to be one of the official Facebooks. I looked at the one that Danny had looked into in his investigation, which is linked in my description. I'll link it again for you. He did an entire article about this company. So be sure to go and check it out. If you haven't, it will be in the chat right now and it's linked in the description. But that Facebook is actually gone since Danny published his article. So they seem to be erasing things now that people are calling them out as a scam, which in my opinion is very worrisome information. I will also link in the comment section after Danny's article, the Yahoo Finance article, their press release there. It's also there. So, other than what I've shown you, they claim to have been operating since 2018, but their public footprint only really starts in 2025, early 2026. When I look them up on Google, the earliest thing I can find, as you can see, is February 13th, 2026, which is the press release I just showed you. Hi, Sam. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So this is a classic scam pattern. Long history on paper, short history online. They are promising unrealistic returns. As you can see here, according to their YouTube channel, they say that there's 2% to 3% daily returns. Also on their webpage, daily return range. Stock trading returns generally range from 2% to 3%, with weekend or holiday adjustments typically between 0.5% and 3%. So they're promoting daily returns of 2 to 3%, which is not normal, not sustainable, and not how legitimate trading works. It is almost identical to BG Wealth Sharing's daily yield claims of 1.3 to 2.6%. Illegal income claims. That's right. Let's not make any unrealistic returns and let's not make any illegal income claims. I found another article right here that claimed that BG Wealth Sharing is claiming a 360% increase in assets over the past year, which is another insane claim that I just wanted to show you. If a company is making claims like this, that's not 100%, that's 360%. That's ridiculous. All right, that's pretty much impossible. It makes no sense. Okay? And it's very similar that we can't find an exchange that this thing's attached to. So I don't know how it is all of a sudden increasing in assets by 360%. If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. And this was an article published by Thomas Moore about 5 months ago. And he calls them out in this. So it isn't just me and Danny that are calling out this company right now. They have referral rewards and team levels. They use multi-level recruitment, team levels, referral bonuses, private groups. That's MLM structure layered on top of a supposed trading platform, which is exactly how BG Wealth Sharing operated. Very, very similar. They also use AI and perfect trading language. They lean heavily on AI, copy trading, and secure signals. BG Wealth Sharing did the same, claiming near-perfect trades from AI-generated signals, which regulators later flagged as fraudulent. As you can see here, their About Us section says right on it, smarter investing with AI-focused, steady, sustainable growth. That's right, a load of bullshit, Joe. And then right here, financial investment as an AI-driven investment firm. They talk about how they have a copy trading model. So it's very much like BG Wealth Sharing, where you get signals, you copy those signals, you post them into the exchange, and then you are allegedly trading crypto and making a 2 to 3% daily return. Plus getting paid for your recruitment and the MLM stuff, right? So, as I pointed out, Danny DeHeck did an amazing, amazing article on this scam quite a little while ago. All right, back in June. It took me a bit to catch up. I'm sorry. But here it is. I've linked it in the description, and look at how similar they look. It's so crazy. It's crazy. But he did a whole deep dive on this thing as well. And so I obviously went and read that after I did some of my own research, looking at the website and the registration and their social medias and whatnot. Then I went, all right, what did Danny say about it? And he wanted to talk about this, their connection to VantaPeak. Alrighty. They have this amazing connection. Let's hold on. Let's go and I will show you what I'm talking about, because it was kind of hard to show you. Kind of hard to show you in that video. But if you go to their website, which is powealthsharing.com, hey, look, it's Black Rock. This time it's Black Rock, not Black Block. But I highly doubt it. Anyway, if you go here, you are going to be told that they are with the VantaPeak. Hold on. Where was it? About Us? Is that where it was? I gotta find it now. We're gonna find it now. Established. Here it is. Overview of VantaPeak Finance. Here we go. So it says it's a trading platform founded in 2023 by Ronan Brown. Alrighty. The platform is designed to provide users with a streamlined technology-driven trading experience with a particular focus on U.S. equity markets. The system is built around algorithmic trading tools and structured copy trading strategies, allowing users to follow predefined strategies in a clear and accessible way. The platform emphasizes speed, usability, and data-driven decision-making to support more efficient participation in global financial markets. VantaPeak Finance incorporates a team with experience across technology and financial services, combining expertise in system development, market analysis, and trading operations. The focus is on continuously improving platform performance, enhancing trading tools, and supporting users with more informed and structured investment processes. The platform is used by a growing base of global users and continues to develop its capabilities in algorithmic trading and digital investment infrastructure, with an emphasis on transparency, efficiency, and risk-aware execution. So that is what it says on their website about that. And so, as you can see, one second. VantaPeak is presented as the trading platform connected to PO Wealth Sharing. The VantaPeak websites use polished language about AI models, real-time analytics, risk assessment, decision support, trend analysis, algorithmic guidance, and U.S. equity markets. But the more Danny looked, the more it resembled a shell website full of finance buzzwords, rather than a real trading institution. One site, VantaPeak.info, used the branding VantaPeak Finance and stated it had strategic insight from our PO Wealth Sharing team. That directly connects the two operations. It also listed the contact email support at VantaPeak.net while using a different domain. The site displayed the address 27150 Dean Street, Strathfield South, NSW 2136, Australia. That address has already raised questions from people looking into it. It does not appear to match the image of a major global trading platform serving hundreds of thousands of investors. It actually looks like a home. Therefore, I will not be showing it here. We also found multiple VantaPeak related domains being checked by scam reputation sites, including VantaPeak.cc, VantaPeak-VP.com, and VantaPeak-CA.com. Is that the Canadian version? With very low trust warnings shown in search results. Multiple domains, low trust scores, generic websites, AI-generated language, no verifiable leadership, no meaningful transparency. That is not what confidence should look like. And I agree. So this is also scammy. At least I would use an empty lot for an address. We'll find that out too, Joe. We'd be like, why are you guys in an empty lot? So, what we're seeing isn't just one random platform. It's a pattern. BG Wealth Sharing collapses. Law enforcement has stepped in. They have shut them down, and they have attached them to scam compounds. Scam compounds, several of which they've already been shutting down. So when the FBI steps in and that's all going on, you probably shouldn't ever invest in anything like that. I'm just saying. And then the new brands, PO Wealth Sharing and VantaPeak, appear with the same structure, same promises, and a new professor at the center. That's not innovation. That's recycling a scam. And we don't like to see recycled scams here, especially when it's one that we've already shut down. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that we would watch their latest video here, which was posted 6 months ago. It's called Good Solid Information.
Global stock market benchmarks are heading toward record highs after the Federal Reserve signaled this week that its rate-cutting cycle is still ongoing, paving the way for a year-end rally. Dow Jones futures rose 0.14%, S&P 500 futures fell 0.18%, and Nasdaq futures fell 0.61%. The European Stoxx 600 index rose as much as 0.5%, hitting a record high. Asian stock market composite indicators are less than 2% away from their all-time highs. S&P 500 futures edged lower after the benchmark index hit a record closing high in the previous trading session. with the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the U.S. Small Cap Index also reaching record highs. Broadcom shares fell 4.8% in pre-market trading after its sales guidance missed high market expectations. The company is competing with NVIDIA for revenue related to artificial intelligence computing. Nasdaq 100 futures fell 0.6%. Meanwhile, Oracle's massive spending on AI and weak earnings guidance deepened market doubts about when its huge AI investments would pay off, triggering a sell-off in tech stocks the previous trading day. Melius research analyst Ben Reitzes said, "At this point, many companies' AI spending plans are still very large, and it's
And what does this have to do with PO wealth sharing? You guys investing in these?
too early to press the panic button." Despite the relatively lagging performance of the technology sector, stocks rose overall on Friday, indicating that the current rally is spreading to a wider range of sectors and pushing global.
And that's the thing, is that stocks rise and fall. Same with crypto and everything. So that's why you can't promise people 2 to 3% returns daily. And that's why I don't understand how your company has risen in assets by 360%. You know? Nobody else has.
Stock indices on track for their third consecutive year of gains. Karen George, fund manager at Ecofi Investissements in Paris, said, "Almost everyone is convincing themselves there will be a Christmas rally at the end of the year. So it looks like it is. Frankly, there are no significant negative catalysts before the end of the year. Investors are keen to buy assets that have underperformed this year, and now is a good time to diversify portfolios." Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell stated on Wednesday, when announcing the third consecutive interest rate cut, that the U.S. economy is expected to strengthen further as the inflationary effects of the economic downturn gradually subside.
Yeah, so join us today.
While officials maintain their official forecast of only one rate cut in 2026, traders are still betting on two. The dollar index, which measures the dollar's performance against 6 major currencies, was flat at 98.34 and is expected to fall 0.64% this week. The index has fallen more than 9% this year, on track for its biggest annual drop since 2017. The yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury note rose 1 basis point to 4.17%. Investors face significant uncertainty regarding the path of U.S. monetary policy next year, due to the continued uncertainty surrounding inflation trends and the strength of the labor market. Traders are currently pricing in 2 rate cuts in 2026.
Wow. Alrighty. Hold on. Alrighty. What else can we watch on here? It's a lot of like AI generated slop. And there isn't a lot with Professor Daniel Davis, surprisingly enough. So, PO wealth sharing.
Communication, trust, patience, guidance. Why are these key factors into building a healthy, successful, long-term, profitable team?
I don't know, Joe.
Let's review first. There is communication, which is very important because without it, how else will we be able to tell people about P? Oh, and let them know all the benefits this company has to offer.
P. Oh, and no.
Second, there is trust, because believe me, without trust person and business relationships can't nothing evolve. In our case, we have to ensure people that we are the real deal, and we're not scammed out to take advantage of them. They need to feel safe and to want to invest in us. Third is patience. We were all lost when joining P. Oh, and we unsure what to do. So with in mind, you have to be patient with all people we come across. Not everyone's learning scale is the same. We all have our ways of understanding and learning new things. So as the PO family trying to bring new members in the family, just remember patience is a virtue and it pays off in the end.
Wow.
Finally, there is guidance, which is important as the other key factors. Guidance corresponds with everything we talk about. Because when guiding need people, you can't just invite and throw them to wolves. We have to teach them about everyday events and how to build their teams, how to be a good listener, and have patience when they teach people on their team And great communication is a must to be able to build your team bigger. You must be able to speak in detail about the company and let them know it is a safe place to growth long-term wealth and profit. That is my takeaway from this. Communication.
My takeaway from this is that this thing is a giant scam. That is my takeaway from this. And when we saw this, that's when we really knew it was a giant scam. So, this here, as you can see, it's their presentation. PO wealth sharing. There we go, that's better. All right. All the information that you need to know. This is the newcomer's handbook. When you join, this is what you are given in order to manipulate you into believing that this is a real platform. Okay? So, we have the company operation model. Retail investors joining forces to drive the market, a safe haven for individual investors. Our services. We bring retail investors together to participate in the stock market in a coordinated and structured way, aiming for a more efficient and informed trading experience compared to independent trading. It says, why can't individual retail investors make money trading stocks? 1. Retail investors often lack access to timely market insights and coordination, making it difficult to compete with larger participants. 2. Many investors operate independently without structured strategies, which can lead to inconsistent decision-making. 3. Emotional decision-making often prevents investors from taking profits or managing risk effectively, which may result in avoidable losses. Funny coming from an MLM that uses your friends or your family or your coworker to manipulate you with emotional manipulation into joining, isn't it? The system connects investors and uses coordinated market participation principles to identify trading opportunities and manage positions in a structured manner. This model focuses on structured participation in the market, where outcomes are influenced by timing, coordination, and strategy execution. And then it says in yellow here, this is a structured participation model designed to align investors within a coordinated trading framework. We go up here. So what do you have to do? 1, if you are inactive in Telegram, what do I tell you about Telegram? If you're joining an investment opportunity and it tells you have to be in a Telegram group in order to get your information, it is a scam. Automatically say no thank you and walk away every time. But they say trading actions may be delayed or limited the following day if you're inactive. Okay? Don't share phone numbers, passwords, or personal info in the Telegram chat is number 2. So far, it's only about Telegram. 3, withdrawals are processed through the VantaPeak app during designated hours, which is 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, or as we know it here, New York time. Telegram? Nope, never. That's right, scam. I like that. Should be called that. 4, complete trades by 3 p.m. Eastern. Sound familiar? Daily. Click invest with 1 click on VantaPeak. Start at 60% with $500 or 40% below $500. Reach 3 members for 80% and 8 members for 100%. 6, the group will not provide top-up channels in any private way. 7, multiple accounts are strictly prohibited. Use of the same IP or device may result in immediate removal. And 8, daily stock picks drop around 8 p.m. Eastern. Join the chat, stay active, and get a chance to win rewards. Now we're going to get into their legal documents on display. Alrighty, can you guys see this? I'll make it as big as I can here for us. Does this look familiar to you? Does that look familiar, like similar to the one that BG Wealth Sharing had? So they claim that they were given this certificate to show their registration of the company. It says uncorporated under the laws of the state of Colorado. And it's number 001. Like, really? P.O. Wealth Sharing Inc. authorized to issue shares common stock at 1. This is to certify that Daniel Davis, and it has it in asterisks, which is totally legit, is the owner of 70 million fully paid and non-accessible shares of the above corporation, transferable only on the books of the corporation by the holder hereof in person or by duly authorized attorney upon surrender of this certificate properly endorsed. In witness whereof, which I don't know where the witness signature is, but okay, the said corporation has caused this certificate to be signed by its duly authorized officers and corporate seal to be hereunto affixed this 23rd day of November after death, 2025. I'm glad it was after death. You know, I'd be worried if it was BC. Yes, I have seen that before, right, Joe? So you can just order these certificates online. Same thing as with BG Wealth Sharing. The funny thing is that then it says secretary, president, and there's no signature. But sure, Daniel Davis, this is a completely real, legit document. Oh, Lord. Then you go down, and then they claim that they got this from the U.S. Treasury. From FinCEN in December of 2025 when they registered their company as well. So here is the MSB registration status information, allegedly. Okay, this is what they're showing people. They're like, this is what makes us legit, but it's a fake document. Okay, you don't get this. That's not what they send you. Same with this Office of Secretary of State of the State of Colorado. Certificate of document filed. All right. This right here. They don't send you like a certificate. At least this one has a signature, I guess. And then they show the Australian Securities and Investment Commission here. That they have the Australian company here. And it's like, okay, so you registered. Big whoop. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean anything, and that doesn't legitimize the company, as we keep saying. So it's the same fake documents, basically, that BG Wealth Sharing was showing. And they're like, legal documents on display. And I'm like, legal documents where? Yeah, but does he have 10 O coins? Chris says. That's right. Cut and paste document. Exactly. So that's bullshit. Those documents. Don't believe that. Now it says how profits are distributed. You earn profits through stock trading on the VantaPeak platform with P.O. Wealth Sharing. Here's how those profits are distributed. So 15% is distributed by P.O. Wealth Sharing. VantaPeak platform gets 20%, and then the investor profit is 65%, apparently. So here it says, for example, if the total profit is $100, $65 is retained by the investor as net profit. $15 is allocated to P.O. Wealth Sharing for strategy and management. Got to pay them, And then $20 is allocated to the VantaPeak platform for execution and account services. Got to pay them too, I guess. Even though they're apparently partnered together, you got to pay them separately, right? So they say this is our profit sharing model, a win-win system. VantaPeak Finance, POL sharing, and the investor, they claim that you're all on the same level, but you're not. You're not. Investors can earn profits through trading while PO and VantaPeak receive their respective commissions and service fees, creating a win-win outcome for all three parties. All right. And then we have, how do we make money? So it says trading closes at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Profits are determined by both capital and position size. Larger positions typically result in higher profits. Sure they do. Daily returns range from 2 to 3%. Bullshit, they can. No, they fuck off. Saturday to Sunday online mission bonus. Contact your assistant before 10 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday and Sunday to complete weekend tasks and earn a reward ranging from 0.5% to 3% of your investment principal. It's like, oh, are you hiring me a fucking assistant? What does that even mean? Referral bonus. Recruit, right? Invite someone who deposits $500 or more and receive a 10% bonus. So you pay for recruiting then? Interesting. They will receive a 5% bonus. For example, 10 invites times $1,000 equals $1,000 bonus for you. Weekly commissions for agents. Invite 3 members to become agents and earn between $50 and $8,000 weekly, paid 4 times a month. But what if the month has 5 weeks? Then what I'm saying. Promotion bonus. Each time you get promoted, you will receive a bonus ranging from a minimum of $50 to as much as $5,000. But we're not going to explain to you how we figured that out. Then it says, what should you do when your stock investment takes a loss? PO wealth sharing. Help you solve your troubles. Not helps you, just help you solve your trouble. The Wealth Sharing Fund team is a long-term investment where all members who join the team can increase their profits by building the team, earning stable income, and there are many other sources of income through stock trading. And then it says, this requires everyone to understand the advantages of the team and learn how to enhance them. And he scams 2 friends, and he scams 2 friends, and so on and so on. Yeah, in this one, they tell you to sign up 5 people, to sign up 5 people, to sign up 5 people. So, if you're wondering why I am finally covering this, it's because I wanted to research it for a little while on my own before I came out here to talk about it. But also, it is because Behind MLM did an article on it yesterday. Sign up 5 people. What if you're a hermit? Well, too bad for you. Go sign up 5 people you know. All right? You don't have 5 family members? And basically what Oz said in this article is everything that I found out on my own, right? It's apparently run by this professor, Daniel Davis, but you can't find him outside of PO wealth sharing. And I looked for him everywhere as well, like I did with Stephen Beard. Couldn't find him. They don't have any actual retailable products or services, just this copy and trading app, and then they promote the membership itself. All right, you invest $300 to $15,000 US. And they say that you get 2 to 3% daily, but on the weekends you get 0.5 to 3%, as again, we've already covered. They have different ranks, as you can see here. You know, level 1 all the way up to level 10. which is where you maintain 5 personally recruited promoter investors and generate a total downline of at least 10,000 promoter investors. Where if everyone made it to there, I mean, sign up the whole world. We talk about the referral commissions as well, but do know that the 300 US investment tier does not generate a referral commission. So they really do want you to buy into this thing at the 500 US investment tier. And that only gets you 50 in the referral commission. So there's that. Again, level 2 and higher ranked promoters also get a weekly salary. You get a rank achievement bonus. In order to join, the membership is actually free here. But in order to do the trading, you have to put in a minimum of $300. So I would argue that it's $300 minimum to join. But like I just stated, they really want you to put $500 into this thing. So then Oz says, PO Wealth Sharing conclusion. PO Wealth Sharing presents as a typical Chinese click-a-button app Ponzi, but lacks the polish. Behind MLM has by now reviewed hundreds of Chinese click-a-button app Ponzis. For lack of a better word, they have various footprints that make it easy enough to identify them. In researching PO Wealth Sharing, it was the same trading routes, fake trading platform model, but most of the footprints were missing. I believe this comes down to PO Wealth Sharing being a poor click-a-button clone run by Indian scammers. So then he shows this. The date joined is December 2024. They had 2 username changes. It was last changed on February 2026. And they are connected via an India Android app. And this is on their official Twitter profile. So thanks to Twitter, we can now see where they're connected from. So it says India Android app. Considering Chinese click-a-button app Ponzi schemes are already pretty brain dead, this isn't a compliment. PO Wealth Sharing obviously takes inspiration from BG Wealth Sharing, one of the larger Chinese click-a-button app Ponzis. BG Wealth Sharing is notable for being the first click-a-button app Ponzi to crack the US. PO Wealth Sharing's Ponzi ruse is automated trading, which takes place through a VantaPeak branded app, or at least it did. VantaPeak is set up on the domain VantaPeak.info, privately registered on March 19, 2026. The app was hosted on the subdomain app.vantapeak.info. However, that now runs a 403 error. I don't know if that means PO Wealth Sharing has already collapsed or whether access to the app has been pushed further underground. I am noting the PO Wealth Sharing scammers tie their VantaPeak Ponzi ruse to VantaPeak Financial Party Limited, a purported Australian shell company registered in May 2025. ASIC are known for non-regulation of MLM fraud. Furthermore, anyone could register a company with ASIC using whatever bogus details. There's no verification, as we've pointed out in the past. For this reason, ASIC registration is favored by scammers residing outside of Australia, like India, for example. Well, today, PO Wealth Sharing refers to its daily task as trading. Back in the early days, it was more honest about being a task-based scam. PO Wealth Sharing Group online weekend events. And if you scroll down, they had all these different tasks that you would do, and then you would get rewards, which is interesting. Putting all of this together, PO Wealth Sharing is a knockoff Chinese click-a-button app Ponzi run by Indian scammers. Indian scammers who it appears have a bit of a Ponzi factory going on. If you look at the source code of the VantaPeak website, we find hidden reference to the domain dxw123.top. The domain was registered back in August 2024 and appears to be a staging platform for this group of scammers' scams. Just saying. The domain itself is disabled, as is the VantaPeak subdomain reference. A Google search of the domain returned Knowledge Returns Alliance Academy, which is the same scam model. So it's somehow connected to So it's quite the scam. Knowledge Return Alliance Academy replaces PO Wealth Sharing. Norman Richard Daniel is represented by AI-generated images, replaces Daniel Davis. VantaPeak is replaced by PF System. It says if you're coming to this review looking up Knowledge Returns Alliance Academy, another one you need to be aware of that is connected here, then you need to run. Wait, the Chinese outsourced their scam to India? Possibly. Or this one's being run by India, and it's just a copy of BG Wealth Sharing. It's not actually the same scam, right? It's unclear whether Knowledge Returns Alliance Academy launched and flopped, or whether it's a prepared scam waiting to launch. Also unclear is whether there are more hidden scams set up on the DXW123.top domain. Depending on how big this particular group of Indian scammers is, there might also be other staging domains. As with all MLM Ponzi schemes, once promoter recruitment dries up, so too will new PO Wealth Sharing investment. This will starve PO Wealth Sharing of ROI revenue, eventually prompting a collapse. Math guarantees that when a Ponzi scheme collapses, the majority of participants lose money. And then what was really cool is Oz then said, hat tip to Danny DeHeck for the heads up on this one. So then I said, today, thanks so much for doing this article. I was just about to cover this since Danny just recently came across it and it reminded me of BG Wealth Sharing so much. Danny then comes in today and says, tip of the hat to Oz for covering this one. Unfortunately, we already have victims coming forward. One participant contacted me while the scheme was still operating after noticing red flags. They were eventually able to recover their own funds, but only after the rules suddenly changed. Withdrawals became uncertain, team building pressure increased, and members who questioned the operation were isolated or removed. Since then, I've spoken with several others who weren't as fortunate. We've also seen reports of people trying to repay friends and family they introduced because they now believe the opportunity was fraudulent, which we always hate seeing. That's an important reminder that people don't have to wait for a platform to disappear before becoming victims. The financial losses, damaged friendships, broken trust, and pressure to recruit often begin long before the final collapse. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this one. And as Danny said, more and more people are coming forward who were a victim of this one. And if you were in BG Wealth Sharing and you come across this and you go, oh, this is very similar, maybe it's the real deal. No, don't do it. It's literally the exact same. Just instead of leading back to China, it leads back to India and might be a part of this other scam network, which, by the way, we have been investigating as well. So stay tuned for more information about that. And if you would like me to start deep diving into some of the top promoters of this, then let me know as well down in the comments below. Before I close up this amazing investigation, thank you so much for chilling with me for so long, everyone. I just want to show to you that there was another YouTube channel that is speaking out about this being a scam, and this is what they had to say about it. This is their video now.
Wealth Sharing Group presents itself as an investment platform, claiming to help users grow their money through copy trading and U.S. stock market investments. But investigators say there are several warning signs investors should not ignore. Today, we are taking a closer look at PO Wealth Sharing Group, operating through powealthsharing.com. One major concern is that independent security analysts assign the website an extremely low trust rating, citing blacklist detections, hidden ownership information, and the platform's recent domain registration. Adding to the concerns, online discussions have raised questions about the company's business model, with some users alleging recruitment incentives, restrictions on withdrawals, and unusually consistent returns. These are allegations, but they are claims potential investors should carefully investigate before depositing funds. Experts warn that before investing with any platform, you should independently verify its regulatory status, corporate ownership, and how withdrawals are processed. If you currently have money connected to this platform, be especially cautious if you're being asked to recruit others or make additional payments before accessing your funds. Our team specializes in analyzing suspicious crypto and trading platforms and helping affected users understand what recovery options may still be available when funds become inaccessible. If you are experiencing issues connected to PO Wealth Sharing Group,
please reach out to me today. Do not go with a recovery scam. But I just find it interesting that yes, okay, several of us looked into this, several of us came to the same conclusions, and therefore, obviously, that must be the truth. This thing is a scam. Don't join these click a button Ponzi schemes, Because what we've looked at tonight is more than just one shady platform. It's a blueprint for how modern Ponzi-style schemes evolve, rebrand, and come back under new names. PO Wealth Sharing isn't operating in a vacuum. It's using the same tactics as BG Wealth Sharing: unrealistic daily returns, AI buzzwords, MLM recruitment, private chat groups, on Telegram no less, and pressure to trust a mysterious leader, another professor. Regulators have already shown us where that road leads: frozen funds, seized domains, and victims left with nothing. Just like it did with BG Wealth Sharing. This matters because every time one of these schemes pops up, it targets real people who are scared, hopeful, or just trying to build a better future. They're told it's safe, transparent, and community-driven. They're told it's different this time. And by the time they realize what's happening, the money is gone. If you see PO Wealth Sharing, VantaPeak, or anything that looks like this structure of daily returns, referral rewards, AI trading, private groups, treat it as a major red flag. Don't send money. Don't recruit others. Don't let someone's polished branding override your instincts. And to the victims who have already been hurt, your experience is real, your story matters, and you are not alone. The more we document these patterns, the harder it becomes for scammers to hide behind new names. So thank you for being here, for staying informed, and for caring enough to look deeper. You are already doing your due diligence. And for that, I congratulate you. Don't invest in this thing. Joe says, I can help you get your money out for a 10% finder's fee paid up front. Sure, Joe. Just remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. That's right. So thank you for coming and hanging out with me, everyone. Happy MLM Monday. Please make sure that you go and check out all of the other fabulous, amazing MLM creators that are out here. There's so many advocates. Go check out my buddy Danny DeHeck, who came across this before I did. And I will see you all very, very soon with another one. I'm still working on a bunch of really fun things coming up. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you all really soon. I love all of your faces. I'm going to see us out with a song. Bye! Thanks everyone, like and
Flash
subscribe!
that smile, sell that dream. Same old suit, brand new scheme. Cash in the front, doubt in the back. Big talk smooth, but the math don't stack. Paper shuffle, hands stay quick. Everybody gets the same old trick. You say join up, I say hold tight. If it needs pressure, it ain't right. Too many names, too many fees. Same old promise, same disease. They weigh the charts, they tap the board, but your wallet knows what they feeding for. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. Shiny on the front, rotten underneath. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. If it sounds too clean, it's built to bleed. New professor, same old slide. Fresh, clean wording, empty pride. They keep the lights on, keep you so while the real deal moves you gold. Talk of growth in the tidy line, but the exit door's very fine. If a dream needs recruiting heat, that's a trap with a polished seat. Too many names, too many fees. Same old promise, same disease. They weigh the charts, they tap the board, but your wallet knows what they're feeding for. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. Shiny on the front, rotten underneath. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme. If it sounds too clean, it's built to bleed. Yeah, follow the money, not the grin. See who wins when the checks roll in. If it leans on pressure, fear and chase, best believe that's a dangerous place. Paper smile scheme, paper smile scheme.